think I'm streaming, right? I'm never sure when it begins, really. Okay, it started. So this is NixOS Discovery. And yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to go through a blog post, a blog post from Twig. Twig has a nice blog, and they write about Nix a lot, and they also have several Nix people that work there. So Twig is like a very, yeah, Nixified. So, and this blog post is from Yurik. It's a long one. From Yurik Sar. No, it's not. I think that's his nick. From Yuri Tarade. Wait, where is my? Oh, I don't have the extension. There is one nice GNOME. Wait a second. I think I need this. GNOME extensions. GNOME extensions, Zoomify or something. Zoomifier. Zoom. Better desktop with GNOME magnifier. Is it better desktop zoom? Use to roam. I think it's this. Awesome. Zoom seamlessly with a hotkey. Yeah, could be this. Install. And how do I check settings? I have to reload, yeah. And then use scroll gesture to zoom. Super control. And that's it. Super control. No, it's not working. Why? Super control. Use scroll gesture to zoom desktop. Super plus control. Oh, super control. Super control. Yeah, like this. Okay. So this guy, Yurik Sar. So I'm transcribing the Sylvan's Nix hour, and Yurik is always along, you know, like in the shadows. And when Sylvan does something like, in Nix you can do this and that and that, and then Yurik comes and says, what if we do this? Could we do, no, or sometimes he says, like almost like it starts with a naive question. Could we do this? And then Sylvan does, oh, that's interesting. Well, let's try it out. And then it goes. All right. So anyway, that's why I was kind of curious about this blog post. And I did try it. And I just tried a little bit. And I had some problems with this flake because it's somehow, I think this is for Mac, but that's not mentioned. So I'm already starting my critique. No, I'm joking. I just want to go through it and see where I stop and stuff. Okay, I'll just start. We have shown the benefits. So it's deploying Buildbarn on Kubernetes with mTLS on the side. I do not know what's Buildbarn. I kind of know what means deploying. And Kubernetes I've heard so many times, but I don't know what is it. I mean, it's some kind of orchestrator. And yeah, it's like a remote kind of a thing, I guess, for servers. But I think Kubernetes allows you to control them. It introduces much more granularity in controlling them. So I guess the whole point of this is granularity, I guess, with mTLS. This has to do something with security. Good morning. I see. Oh, hi, what's up? I'm just reading a blog post. Yeah. How are you doing? We have shown the benefits of using a shared build cache. So shared build cache, this is kind of an interesting thing, as well as using remote build execution. New location? What do you mean new location? You stream on? I don't understand the new location you stream on. Well, I'm still at the old location. I do, yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to. What do I have here? Different setup. Could be. You mean like I'm on GNOME? Yeah, I'm on GNOME, but I will switch because I've noticed GNOME somehow grows with, you know, memory, and I end up having a lot more, you know, memory used. Weird. I do have a new laptop. It's a really low-end laptop, but actually much better than my ZenBook that was stepped on. So I think this will be okay for now. Different setup. Yeah, I don't know if were you referring to GNOME? Yeah, I was on. I think I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm on NixOS again. I was on Void for a while, on Void Linux, and I will switch to i3. But it's just, I don't know. I didn't have time really. With time now, it's so. Look now I'm on the phone, so it's so busy. It's so busy, you know, which is kind of interesting, you know, when you have so much time, you end up being in so many rabbit holes. But now when time is so limited, it's like GNOME's fine. But I don't like, because after like 2 or 3 days, I test Nix different time, then I get some problems running compile code on Nix. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there are actually problems. Yeah, I almost had like my wife had a Zoom call, and it didn't work on unstable. I had and not dynamic. Oh, because of monolith state and not dynamic loading. I kind of know what that means, but I don't know what it means in your context, I guess. Yeah. This, I don't know if you know, like, do you know anything about this? Deploying Buildbarn on Kubernetes with mTLS on the side. Oh, Rust build. Oh yeah, Ruster, yes. Rust build. This is like whole, and I just want to go through this because it's, I don't know, maybe interesting. It's about shared build cache and using remote build execution to offload builds to a remote build farm. Our customers are interested in leveraging RBE to improve developer experience and reduce continuous integration runtimes. Reduce runtimes. So with Nix, I heard is like, you can, let's say you are building Chromium or something huge, and I think for Chromium it takes like very long time. I don't know how long, like maybe 3 or 4 hours. And maybe let's say you have some kind of a syntactical a mistake, or I don't know, you wrote, and then it fails, and then you have to rebuild it again from scratch. So the shared build cache, and I guess what Bazel does, but this is not about Bazel actually. Like you can reload some of the like parts of that build. So you don't have to rebuild it again from start. Deploy. But I don't know much about this. This will be probably very slow, and I won't really, yeah. I would like to share how one can deploy one of them Buildbarn. I don't know what's Buildbarn, and secure all communications with it. So although I have, I'm doing Nix here and Lambda calculus, sometimes I like to just go through a blog post and just try it out. And if I thought if I stream about it, then I won't quit on the blog post. Buildbarn, distributed caching and build infrastructure for Bazel. There's so many of these now. So this is build infrastructure for Bazel. I thought Bazel is the build infrastructure, but no, this is about something else. The Buildbarn project provides an implementation of the remote execution protocol. This protocol is used by tools. Oh, It's a protocol used by Bazel, Buck2, and Buildstream to cache and optionally execute build actions remotely. So there's a whole protocol just for that. Interesting. Join us on Slack. Wow, I didn't know this. Remote execution protocol, an API for caching and execution of actions on a remote system. Remote execution API. Okay, well, kind of. What is it and why do we care? We want developers to be productive. Being productive requires spending as little time as possible waiting for build test feedback, not having to switch to a different task while the build is running. Yeah. So you got some problems running compile code on Nix. So how much did it take to compile it? I guess. I don't know, but this is probably not a similar thing. We want developers to be productive, spending as little time as possible waiting for build test feedback. Remote caching. One part of achieving this is to never build the same thing twice. Never build the same thing twice. I guess you could have a t-shirt with that. Tools like Bazel support caching the result of every action, every tool execution. So in some sense it's like functional, right? While many tools support storing results in a local directory, Bazel tracks the actions and their input with high granularity, resulting in more frequent cache hits. This is already a good gain for a single developer working on one machine. However, Bazel also supports conducting builds in a controlled environment with identical tooling and using a remote cache that can be shared between team members and CI, taking things a significant step further. Yes, I guess this is like for big teams. You won't have to rebuild anything that has been built by your colleagues or by CI, which means starting up on a new machine, onboarding a new team member, or if reproducing issues becomes faster. Well, also you don't spend so much energy and it's better for the environment. Right? Right? That's also good. Okay, I want to make some notes on this. Wait a second. Okay, I'm reading through the blog post. What is it? Buildbarn, copy. And I'd like to make some notes and note errors I get or such, and some thoughts along. So you keep this here, and basically I'm gonna use you as a notebook, and later we are going to output all that together. This is silly. Okay, so my first note is that, well, this is really actually silly, but it is. I don't know. I guess it's a good note. Is that number one, you won't have to rebuild anything. Okay, faster. So I guess it's also good for the environment because less energy is used. That's important. Okay. Now I don't want you to comment right now, okay? Will it comment? If you could choose to be mediocre in several languages or be a genius savant in one, which option would you pick? Hi, Dapster. If you could choose to be a mediocre in several languages or be a genius savant in one. Yeah, but that's a trick question. That's a trick question. You know what? I would be a genius in functional programming because it allows you to somehow map things, how they connect, you know. I guess it depends on the language, you know, or of a type of a language. But functional programming, I mean, it's like to learn how things connect, you know, and then you can, then I guess it's not so hard. But if I would really have to pick one, maybe Haskell, you know, I don't know. If that was for me, I don't know. I guess that's for the chat. Dapster, how are you doing? The second part, so we are reading a blog post. No, I'm reading. Deploying Buildbarn on Kubernetes with mTLS on the side. It sounds like a meal, maybe. Okay. Remote build execution. The second part of keeping developers productive is allowing them to use the right tools for the job. They still often need to build new things, and their local machine may be not the fastest, not have enough charge, or have the wrong architecture or OS. It's interesting, the Tweak blog, like already this first part, it's somehow, it's Yorick, the person who wrote this blog post, like what is it and why do we care? It's not like, it's a technical blog, but it does not just start with install this, you know. It's like he really he does take some time to describe why. They still often need to build new things, and their local machine may be not the fastest, not have enough charge, or have the wrong architecture or OS. Remote build execution extends remote caching by executing actions on shared builders when their results are not cached already. This allows setting up a shared pool of necessary hardware or virtual compute for both developers and CI. In Bazel, this was implemented using RBE API. Hey, doing okay. Been focusing on school, so I haven't had much time for recreational programming. Might pull an all-nighter or something to get some programming in. School denied my financial aid appeal, which sucks because I could really have used the grant money. Oh, you told me that last time. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, I hope you get it next time. You know, yeah, you said you had some subject or something. There was something you missed, or like, not that you failed or something. There was like a mark or like something. Yeah, I hope you get it next time. Is it expensive? Like, school denied my financial aid. Well, if it's in States, then yeah, I guess it's expensive. Yeah, I didn't study in States. I studied in Europe, so it's not even close. So we'll focus on one open source RBE API servers, Buildbarn. Yeah, if I do well this term, then they might approve my next term. This term cost me 1,700 for 12 credits. I thought it's more even, but that's already a lot, yeah. If I do well this term. Well, I hope you do well this term. Yeah. 12 credits. How many subjects are like, or is it like 12? Yeah, it'd be a lot more if I went to university rather than community. Ah, that's why. Okay, it's community college. That's 3 subjects. Well, that's great. 3 subjects, 12 credits. Okay. Any shared infrastructure implies some security risk. Oh, now comes the mTLS part. When sending code to a build remotely, we expose it on the network where it can be intercepted or altered. When reading from the cache, we trust it to contain valid, unaltered results. When setting up a pool of compute resources, we expect them to be used only for building our code and not for enriching third parties. What is expression, enriching third parties? It's like a nice expression. What does it mean? Yeah, I think I know what it means. Enriching them. It's an interesting way to put this. I'll teaching myself calculus. Oh, do you know the blue? I am sure you know the blue brown thing, right? I think he had. Yeah, I'm sure you know. Everyone knows this. I remember when that thing came out. Yeah, there was so there. I think 2017, 18, 16 even, when he was, wow, it was so amazing back then. I would just watch those videos. It was so nice. Even if you don't understand a single thing, that's so nice to watch, because it's just and you know what, you can use that. It's open source. His what's it called, mane something, mane, that thing, the thing which that tool that he builds slides with. And I've even used Chat GPT to generate the slides, and it works well. Like Chat can even do nice slides, and then I just hit run, and then I get those slides. It's nice. Securing remote cache and build. So have you seen his calculus? Securing remote cache and builds. It's okay. So all these expectations mean that we require all communications with remote infrastructure, and within it to be encrypted and authenticated. So these are two things actually that are important: to encrypt and authenticate. The industry standard for achieving this is the mTLS protocol with mutual authentication. Yeah, I know these words, but I don't really know about TLS. Yeah, sure. It uses public key infrastructure, PKI, to allow both clients and servers to verify each other's identities before sending any data, and make sure that the data sent on one side matches the data received on the other side. Okay, overview. In this extended blog post, we'll start by showing how to deploy Buildbarn on a Kubernetes cluster running in a local VM, and configure a simple Bazel example to use it. Then we'll turn on mTLS with the help of a cert manager to for all Buildbarn pieces communicating with one another. And finally, configure Bazel on a developer or CI machine to authenticate over the RBE API with a certificate and verify the one presented by the build server. Yeah, this sounds very complicated. I mean, maybe not, but it sounds like a lot of things. This blog post contains a lot of code snippets that let you follow the installation process step by step. If you copy each command into your terminal in order, you should see the same results as described. Maybe not. If you prefer to jump to the final result and look at the complete picture, you can check out our fork of the upstream Buildbarn BB deployments repository and follow these structures there. This whole thing. Yeah, but I found like a dead link here, and it's nice with Twig. I found like a dead link, and I've emailed Twig to fix the dead link, and they were really happy to fix it. Deploying Buildbarn. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And this section will create a local Buildbarn deployment on a Kubernetes cluster running in a VM. We'll create a local VM with Kubernetes using an example config provided by Lima. Did they fix it? I think this was the link. They fixed it. Okay, this was the link that didn't work. But did they really write this script? Look at this. Deploy Kubernetes via kube. Okay. What is this? Then we'll configure persistent volumes for Buildbarn storage inside that VM. After that, we'll use the Kubernetes example from a repository provided by Buildbarn to deploy Buildbarn itself. Setting up. Okay, finally. See, if you already have access to a Kubernetes cluster that you can use, no, you can skip this section. Here we'll deploy a local VM with Kubernetes running in it. In subsequent steps below, it's assumed that you're using a local VM, so you'll have to adjust some parameters accordingly if you use different means. I hope I won't have to restart. I found that the easiest and most portable way to get a Kubernetes running locally is using the Lima Linux Machines project. You can follow the official docs to install it. I prefer using Nix and drenv, so I've created a nvrc file with one line, use Nix and shell Nix with the following contents. Really? So I guess let's make a Buildbarn. What are we going to call it? Buildbarn? No? Buildbarn? Buildbarn. cd into Buildbarn. I prefer using, so I've created nvrc file with the one line use Nix, but we don't have Lima. I don't have Lima. Do I have Lima? The program Lima is not in your path. Nix shell p Lima, Nix shell p Lima bin. I never know what to install. The thing with the dash bin or the thing. Linux Machines project. Where is it? What's this Linux Machines? Is this for Mac? I always think something is for Mac when I see this thing here. These colors. Look at this. Wow, it's so blurry. I never liked this, I really like this, but they look so bad on, Linux. I can even see it from here. It's so blurry. Linux Machines, similar to WSL2. Install Lima. Get Lima here. Supported host OS macOS. Linux. Nix. Lima. Okay, we have a Nix file here. Let's see the Nix file. This is the Nix. Oh, okay. This is the default.nix file. Build Go module. It's written in Go. Vendor hash, native build inputs, make wrapper, lib optional, sig tool, build inputs. I guess it's fine to read the default.nix file. Substitute in place, make file. I think this is, where did I read this? This is like Apache thing. Substitute in place. Substitute in place. I think they're recommending to not use this. Substitute in place Nix. When to use substitute in place against the patch? 2021. Yeah, this is old. Gives bad substitution. Shell function. Yeah, okay, I won't go into this. Post patch, build phase, pre-check, install phase, run hook. Yeah, this kind of looks not too complicated. Do install check phase, meta, homepage, Linux virtual machines, maintainer, Anhdui. This is the maintainer of Lima. Okay. Will I install it? Can I install it with a shell? Did he put that actually? He did, but he put Lima bin and not Lima. That's interesting. We're already confused. So Lima bin. If I prefer using Nix and drenv, so I've created an nvrc file. Okay, so this is my second mark on the blog. Where is ChatGPT? So my second point is this. I see at the Lima website that they recommend to install the Lima. And here it says Lima bin. So which is it? Maybe write something about the difference. I never know what's the difference between BIM. Just answer me what could be the difference between a program, a name, and name bin. Is it a Mac thing? Is that a Mac thing? I think Dapster has a MacBook. I think you have a Mac. Is that a Mac thing with the bin? Oh no, come on. I'm not sure. I have an M1 MacBook Pro. What do you mean? Yeah, but I thought it's the same, right? You use the Mac OS. Like when you install something, is it like a bin, like dash bin thing? Yeah, I also had a Mac, like it was a long time ago. I don't remember. So it's probably for Mac. Why is this so slow? Chat is somehow, I think there's an application. Oh, yeah, you're right. Applications folder. Lima, typically this package would build the software from its source code. Oh, it's a binary. Oh my, it's a binary package. It's the normal or source-based, which might involve compiling the application during installation. This process ensures, oh, it's optimized. Lima bin indicates a binary package. These are faster to install. Okay. Okay, so he put like the binary, but the website is okay. Lima bin, kubectl, ctl, lima bin jq. Well, I guess this should work. Let's say it's called built-ins get flake nix packages. System built-ins current system. I'm on Linux, so it will pull that. Legacy packages. Why does it have here legacy packages? drenv. Do I have drenv installed? Yeah, I do have. Okay. So let's do it. Copy. I've created a nvrc file with one line. Use nix and shell.nix with the following contents. So we're going to make a shell.nix, right? And I'm going to just paste this in here. What did I do? Built-ins kubec at ctl lima bin jq. All right. We do this and we need nvrc. And what are we going to write? Use nix. So actually the dir for most binaries goes into user local bin, which seems consistent with Linux if I recall correctly. I haven't used Linux in a while. Yeah, it does. Not though in NixOS. I think it plays a game with the it makes it appear so they can actually work. But everything goes into the Nix store with its own hash, which is cool. That's why we use Nix. No. Okay. So this should look at now this magic. So look at this. I've created nvrc with use nix and shell.nix. So I should just run. Then you just need to run drenv allow, and then it will fetch all of these things and make them available in your shell. And this shell will be like now a space dock. No, not a space. Sorry. It will be like a space, like a closed space where you can pull more stuff in and do stuff. Probably won't work. Let's see. No. drenv allow. And let's do. Well, as you can see, It worked. It didn't work. Chat paused due to scroll. drenv allow. What's going on? drenv allow. Shell.nix. Okay, it didn't work. Why didn't work? Maybe because I did run this like a week ago. That's how far I got, I think. Or up to here. But now, I'm not sure anymore. Now we can create a lemma. Do I have a lemma installed? You see, I had this. So lemma is not in my path, yeah. Why is it not working? You just need to run this. Yeah, I'm not so experienced with drenv. How it works. Before each prompt, checks for the existence of nvrc file. If the file exists and is authorized. What does that mean? It is loaded into a bash subshell and exported variables that are then captured by drenv and then made available to the current shell. So look at this. To follow along in your shell once drenv is installed, echo drenv allow. Look at this. Is this a dot? Is this a dot? Wait a second. Oh. I don't believe this. drenv, did he... There's no dot here. Wait a second. No. Well, so far so good. drenv reloading. Loading nvrc. 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 Well, let's try this. Let's try this. What could be the problem? drenv reloading. Look at this. This should work. Unloading. Nix packages. nvrc file with one line, use nix, and shell.nix. Use nix. I don't know, is this different? Use nix. dren. Wait a second. How do you use drenv on NixOS? drenv eval drenv allow. Yeah, this is the same thing. Use nix. Using nix shell with drenv to load the nix shell environment for project automatically. This is what we need. Use nix. By default, this uses the default.nix or shell.nix. Allow the nvrc file, drenv allow. When you cd into the directory, drenv will automatically load the environment defined by the nix shell file. drenv reload. Well, I have the can't believe I'm going to chat again. Right at this, I have the Nix and the NVRC file set up to use Nix. But when I run drenv allow, it doesn't work. Verify, use flake. But I did saw flake. Why is there flake there? Bat, what is it? Bat shell.nix. What is this get flake? Well, Nix packages. Wait. Looks good. Use Nix, use flake. drenv unload Nix shell version. Test Nix shell directly. Verify the Nix shell works with your shell.nix. We could do that. Nix shell shell.nix. So now it's going to do it. I think with drenv, yes. I really don't know what's the difference between Nix shell and drenv because they both create somehow a contained. Well, what's the actual difference between drenv and Nix shell? Because it seems they both do create a contained, like isolated environment. Ugh. Both create they approach the problem differently and serve complementary purposes. Nix shell designed primarily for development environments in Nix ecosystem. drenv is a general purpose tool for managing project-specific environment variables. Automatically loads and unloads environment variables when you enter or leave a directory. So these two paths will be fetched. So it did install, but why didn't it doesn't work? So my shell.nix works when I run it with Nix shell. Ensure NVRC contains use Nix. Well, we did, right? Bat NVRC use Nix. Allow the NVRC run drenv allow. Check drenv reload. This will reload. Nothing is going on. What's a weird thing? Nothing is going. How do I check? Is it installed? Is it installed? Check in drenv hook is enabled. Really? Oh, what happened now? Something happened. See, it's stuff with Nix. You can spend days with. Reload the configuration. Why this? Now it's working. Look, now I have Lima. So it didn't work at first. This is my third point. And then I ran. Why? Maybe my DRNV is not set up. There it's... After which it worked. That's great to hear. This issue was not being loaded. Why was it not being loaded? I have the same problem with SSH. When you added eval, it didn't automatically apply until the configuration file was reloaded. Why is it not loaded? Verify the hook. Make sure the DRV integration is correctly added. Okay. So I guess I can move on now. I've created NVRC file. Okay. kubectl lima bin jq. Then you just need to run DRNV allow and it will fetch the necessary packages and make them available in your shell. Now we can create a lima VM from the K8's template. We remove mounts from the template to specify our own later. We also need to add some special options for running on macOS. Oh, okay, just a moment. Okay. Now we create a lima VM from the K8's template. We remove mounts from the template to specify our own later. We also need to add some special options for running on macOS. Yeah, so this is for macOS. Is it just this? ARM64? Darwin also, I see. That's also a Mac thing. It would be nice if they had like a copy thing here, copy paste thing. So that I don't have to wait. So this thing is for Mac. Okay, my fourth point. This tutorial is for Mac. Can you simply switch this command or like turn it, I don't know, for Linux? Yeah, there's a Darwin and ARM. I think only you have to change this. Oh, VZ. VZ is for Mac and Rosetta. Yes. I missed that. Wow, this is completely different now. Replace the macOS specific login with a Linux compatible equivalent. The unnamed S Darwin block and VMZ type VZ used for Apple's virtualization framework are not relevant on Linux. Yeah, why do you have to do unnamed S? Rosetta Apple Silicon compatibility is also macOS specific. Preserved. It would be nice if they gave like 2 scripts, at least one for Mac and one for Linux. Or maybe they presume I know how to work with Lima. TTY false. Provision mode script bin bash. mkdir creates a directory sudo mount bind. Unnamed. I guess only the last line. Where is it? The for loop creating a binding the disks. So we do need 4 disks. Look at this. We actually, I think 4 volumes remain the same as it works for Linux. Configuration, the Kubernetes template setup should work on Linux. Additional considerations. Set provision. So what did the chat remove? 4 done. That's it. Sudo mount bind done. So it just simply removed the last thing, unnamed Rosetta. Let's see if it works. Yeah, let's see if it works just the part without the last thing. So how do you run this? Lima CTL. So that's, I think you just run it like this. Oh, it has this backslash thing. So that means it's run from the command line. Fatal. Terminal is not available proceeding without opening an editor. No such file or directory. Well, this is going to be interesting, this blog post. I don't think I'll go far with this. Bin bash do sudo mkdir sudo mount. Terminal is not available. Maybe if we run unnamed. Why does it give me Nix shell YAML? Why YAML? No such file. Why would it say this? No such file or directory. So do I need a YAML file? Create template. Well, let's see. Now my 5th point is that this command doesn't work on Linux. Attempting to access create a temporary configuration file. Yeah, but it doesn't exist. Well, I do have it. Yeah, right. Lima CTL version. Yeah. No. Ensure the template exists. Template list doesn't exist. Oh, interesting. So we don't have the K8S template. I think if I install it in on my NixOS and well, I want to paste in that, I guess. K8. Where's the template? Create a lemma file from the K8S template. This is the K8S template. Right, so it's not reading it. So I need to somehow paste this in. K8S template. 5 months ago. So when I install it, yeah, how do I pass it in here? Create template, name K8S, provision. Where do I put the KS? I'm in the DRenV dev environment. So I'm not sure where to put it, because I'm not sure how DRenV works. Like if I go out of it, is like, are all of these programs temporary? They're not installed in NixOS. If you're using the DRenV development environment, the ideal location for the KMS YAML file depends on your project's directory structure and workflow. Yeah, so in your project directory. Shell nix K8, update the lemma ctl create command, use the relative path to the K8 YAML file. Oh. Really? But how? Okay. Download raw file. Let's download it. Home, desktop, code, Buildbarn. Let's do it here. Save. Will it? Okay. So it didn't work, the command. And now I have to update the lemma ctl create command. But I don't know, why does it work on Mac? Oh, you can, to automate the process within your DRenV environment, add a command to your NVRC to check or create the lemma VM. So we can, oh, so I see. We can add this to the NVRC. Maybe that would be more reproducible, actually. Yeah. Maybe it would be more reproducible if we add the file, into DRenV. But lemma ctl isn't finding it. So do I need to put the link to it in the DRenV? You see, this takes so much time. Lima examples, KS. That's the link. Actually, that's the dead link. That was that, yeah. That was that. Local VM. Example config. This, yeah. Open link, copy link. So what drew you to NixOS? What made you choose it? Oh. Well, I found out about NixOS in 2018. It was the end of 2018, like fall 2018. I think I heard about it sometime before that, but it didn't click in the sense that I just read something fast, you know, and then and then in 2018, I read the thesis. I didn't really read it, but it was just, I was so mind blown. The purely functional deployment, something like this, model, Elko, Dalstra. So this is the guy who wrote Nix. And it's nice. You know what's really cool? So this is like really rare. This is not like a tool that someone wrote to fix this or that. This was actually a PhD thesis. So the purely functional software deployment model, right? Written by Elko Dalstra. Kitty. What do you mean kitty? And this is really cool. And like you can really check this out a bit. You know, I know it's who has time to really read these things? Your cat, where is she? Oh, my cats are here. They're so cute. Yeah, and it's, first of all, it's purely functional. So the Nix is a lazy. You know what I really liked? That you can somehow interact and learn programming and stuff, but somehow together with the OS and the package manager. It's really hard to put this into words, into few words. For me, I feel like I'll just end up talking about it a lot. But the thing is, and you know what was nice? The thing that you can roll back, and it's a completely new thing. This sounds so bad when I say it. Everything was very manual before NixOS, right? You install thing, then you install something else, and you install something else, and then you set up everything. But this is purely declarative, like you write a file, and it's not just a file like a YAML file or like something. This is purely reproducible. You write a file, and it's not like, it's like JSON, but with functions. And the thing gets built however you write it. That was it was so fresh to see that. That's NixOS, right? And this is really, I mean, I've talked with some people who know about this thing. I mean, this sounds so bad now when I talk about this, but this is the future, right? This is really it's how it was supposed to be, you know, how to build things. And this is so terrible, the way I explain this. That drew me to Nix, actually, that I can interact with the OS, yeah, and not just install something and then I stop, you know. And it was terrible. I think so far it was the worst kind of explanation I ever said about NixOS. Yes. Yeah, what drew you to NixOS? What made you choose it? Yeah. Well, before that, I used Slackware and Arch Linux. So in some sense, NixOS was very fresh, you know, because Arch Linux is really so manual. You tweak stuff and you install it and then you feel great about it and then you tweak this and that. Everything's very manual. So this was very fresh, where I don't do anything, manual. I like the whole idea where you declare stuff and the stuff gets built. It's very nice. It's almost like what you have this vibe. It should be like this. I shouldn't be doing, manual things. Install this, click that, click this. And because you tend to repeat all those things all the time then, and if you mess something up, then you have to go back. Then you can't go back because you don't know what you did. So it's almost like going blindly, and you always have to keep in your head whatever you did, all the steps. So NixOS is a whole conceptual leap. Like, you declare things and they get built, and then you work on some new problems. I used Arch for a bit. I had quite a bit of experience with Gentoo. Yeah, you use Gentoo. Constantly tweaking and fixing stuff myself. Yeah, and you end up, and you do that so much, right? Fixing, and it may be nice, but it's almost like, well, it depends. Yeah, this is really the future, NixOS, and it's also about yeah, I don't know. It's so great. It was really like, I was really blown away. And as I said, very few projects are like built from a PhD thesis. It's like really interesting, right? And the thesis was wrote in 2003. I guess I've grown a tolerance for fixing things myself because of my passion for programming, haha. Well, true, but even more so, right? Like in NixOS, then it's like, okay, I can program things. It should be like this. It should not be that I have to, manually build all the time the same thing up and down, right? All of those steps. So with NixOS, you can really, it's like, yeah, I like the idea that you are programming your operating system. That's what I kind of secretly always, wanted. And I find it nice. I think it would be nice also for young, or I think it's a nice entrance point also to go into programming and such. Because when you install like Windows or even Linux, you can do some tweaking and stuff and programming, but it's with NixOS, you are immediately put into this kind of a programming kind of a vibe. You have a Nix file and you have functions and it's not like Bash, right? So it's like it will be like if you had to interact with Bash, but Bash is like, I'm so bad at this. I should practice, I should practice. Even someone said in my hometown, oh, you should really come and give us a talk on Nix. We have like a hacking space, so they wanted me to give a talk on Nix. I should practice. So yeah, this is a problem. How long is this stream already? Hour and 9 minutes. This is too long. Look at this. I'm only at the start. I will actually email Tweakers about this. I'll let them know. I secretly wanted to even work there because it's kind of a cool place. They do a lot of functional programming and Nix, and they do everything remote. So it's kind of a nice idea, but they have some. So I kind of, sometimes I read this and I find some typos and I write them a mail and they're like, oh, thank you very much. So I'm building up. I'm building up. So did this thing work? No, it didn't. Why it did not create the template? So wait, okay, wait. So will it work now? Okay, I have to, okay, wait a second. I have to somehow inject here. Okay then. I downloaded the K8 file and I have to inject it somehow into this script for Linux. It's in the local directory now. Hey, maybe when I learn Haskell, we can collab on a project, maybe something like an interpreter or a compiler. That'd be great, and we should Zoom in Duo, like. That would be fun. That would be more fun than me, like, you know, just me, you know, talking. That'd be nice. I saw that. I saw that on one streams. They even put the, I saw like, someone was installing NixOS and there were like 2 of them and they even put what do they call it, like foxes and stuff, you know. And then they would use the voice or something. Yeah, it was fun. Like with 2 or 3 people, we call more people. Steps to integrate. Place KAS YAML in your project, right? Update NVRC, use Nix, path to DKM. Check if Lima VMK exists, if created, if not. Optional, start the VM if it's not running. Do renv. But aha. Name KAS. Oh, this thing. This thing. Okay. Can I just paste it in the command though? Name like this. Yeah, I'm so bad at this. Like, how do you do stuff like this? KMS YAML name. Would you, I just would this work? Will this thing work like this? Name. No such file or directory. I don't know what I would do without ChatGPT. I probably wouldn't be even doing this. That's also, yeah, I probably would not even be doing this. I think with ChatGPT you tend to do over complex things and you try to understand them, which is also interesting. Well, how to paste that file into my script? This isn't working. Template name or path to a YAML conversion, but not both mixed in the same way. Okay, Alima create. Oh, template. But why the template file isn't there? Maybe like this. No such file. Lima, no such file. Look at this. Yeah, I don't think chat will know this. Probably not. Failing to handle set modification. No. This is really not fun. I haven't even... Lima CTL create template. Can it just... Let's just try to make a simple one like this. No, it won't work. limactl create template. Nope. limactl create. Let's see. Warning. YAML is depressed and will be unsupported in a future version of Lima. But let's keep it explicit. Create a Lima VM from the... How did I do this? I actually, yes, I came up to here, I think, when I was trying this out. And then I stopped. But I did create, but I didn't use it. I installed it in NixOS. So the thing is, when I install it with DRAN with NixShell, it doesn't get the templates. So it seems when I install Lima bin, it doesn't get Lima bin with shell.nix. With shell.nix, it doesn't get the templates. The issue is that when Lima bin installed using Nix, it doesn't include the default templates, because the Nix package may not include the template files by default. Download the template. Use the template. Well, let's try limactl. Let's limactl create. YAML. False. But why? No such file. It still tells me this. Why does it tell me this? I think it'd be great to stream like more people. You know, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. When you learn Haskell. When you learn Haskell. Haskell, yeah. limactl. Yeah, I don't understand this. What's going on? Wait, there is something running? Inspect logs for errors. So I seem to be running something. How to kill all instances with Lima. Let's see this. Ah, ChatGPT, you talk too much. Run this limactl list. Running. limactl stop. Delete all instances. Stop. limactl list quiet. Stop an instance. Fatal. Am I even running something? Warning, this is incredible. I mean, the tools are so, am I even running something? You're not running. If the instance appears to exist, but it's invalid or incomplete state. This instance exists, but it's stopped. But it's not running. Stop all instances. Delete all instances. Will this delete all instances? Fail to delete. Expected status stop. Look at this. Yeah. Copy code. Let's try this. Stop an instance. Wow. Okay. Fix the warnings. Lima City, delete default. And it would be nice if all of these things are like, what kind of an output is this? Can they output things in like line by line, or like, I mean, it's formatting is really bad. Maybe in shell.nix, I should include the limactl templates. Maybe in shell.nix, I could include the lima templates. It's so messy, right? Including the lima templates. Lima templates, mkdir, template dir. I have to do a shell hook. Look at this. Download the K template. Yeah. Export. Well, this could work actually. But it's not so nice now anymore. So here's the link. Here's the link. Horrible. And it's almost like sometimes I feel like you start to do something, and I know, okay, I don't know much about this, but it's interesting to do a tutorial like this, and you start doing it and you end up, you know, fixing the tutorial. Update shellnix with Lima. Here's the link. You end up that's how, but it's not bad. That's how I started contributing to NixOS. I was just doing the tutorials and fixing the, you know, typos and stuff. Like, I wouldn't know how to write this. Should I? I don't think this will work even. So wget. Okay, let's do this. Shell.nix. Let's try this. Wget. I think so. That's a list, and now we need a shell hook. All the way up to here. I think, wait a second, I think I learned this. This is like this, okay. Shell hook, define a directory. I don't think this is even. Oh, look, it's already loading. Ah, look at this. Downloading Lima direnv. Wow, this worked actually. This worked. Nice. Wow, so let's see if, where's our old command? This one. No such file. Yeah, this still doesn't work. And I've been doing this for how long? Hour and 25. This is too long. You know what? I'll actually email Twig and then we'll see what they answer. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Wait a second. Okay, I'm stuck. But I will, I'm stuck because this doesn't work. The templates are loaded, but I still get the error. Trying to process the YAML configuration but fails due to issues with how temporary files or dependencies are handled. Missing. Oh, look at this. I didn't even, yeah, I didn't even read this. YQ? Huh. YQ go? Really? Nah. No. Yeah, this is just, I'm just now shooting in the dark. No, look at this, temporary file issues. No, this is too much. This is too much. This shouldn't be so convoluted. Create. This is a lot of work. Okay. Okay, now just write briefly the points I mentioned before from 1 to 5, I think, and write this error at the end. I want to email Tweakers about it. No, why did I paste in this thing? Okay, template issues on Linux. Lima been using the Nix manual setup using local template. Persistent error. No, these are not the 5 points. These are not the 5 points. I mean the 5 points from the beginning of the whole thread. No, no, I was explicitly, no, okay, I should use tags. I should not just use 1 point, because I did write in this whole thread some of the points I wanted. ChatGPT is good for that. Like, you can talk to it. I somehow use it like you talk to it and you set notes, and then at the end he makes like a summary of the notes. But I should use some kind of tags or something for these notes. Integration with custom. He's just making stuff up. I mean, what I did. Check the whole thread. There are notes. I put like the first point was about the environment impact on shared cache and stuff. Will he go now? ChatGPT is good for explaining stuff, but I try not to put in front of the wheel when doing something like programming. But I try not to put in front of the wheel. Yeah. Yeah. But it you know what? But it takes practice. Like, and I've seen people online, they bash so much at the ChatGPT, but it even saved my job. Really, it's incredible. It saved my job. It saved one of my friends. Like, it really helps. Like, I parse a lot of things. I parse through ChatGPT. And even my 4-year-old talk to it now. And sometimes we come up, it helps us make a bedtime stories. And we say like, make a bedtime story about this or that or this or that. And then we read it and it's nice. Really so much, really a lot of, you know, positive things. Oh, this is here. Now it found. Okay. Yes, you see now it did find. So summary of notes. Share build caches reduced energy usage and environmental impact. And by avoiding redundant builds. Okay, challenges with your envy on NixOS. Source. No, but it was not just this. Yeah. I ran one command before that. Before the yeah, you see, hook. Yeah. Wait a second. What am I going to do with ChatGPT? Persistent error. Challenges. I'm not sure if it's, should I tweak a node? Spivak. He's actually, he's really cool, dude, but he's modus. Contact. Maybe I should first contact. Technology. Send message. Hello, Twig.io. Hello, Twig.io. What am I going to do? Yeah, summary. Hello. Hello, Twiggers. Hello, Twiggers. Tweezers. Tweezers. I don't believe this. Tweegers. Tweegers. Hello, Tweeg. People. Popple. People. I have been reading the Buildbarn mTLS and trying it out on my local system, and I ran into some issues. I'm not sure if that's entirely how do you write that? My fault or not? No, I will parse this then with chat. My fault or not, that's not a good expression. But here are some notes. I'll try it out more, but so far I have this. This is really funny. Wait, so far I have this. Okay, shareability caches, reduced redundancy, speeding up one more issue, but also has positive environmental impact by lowering energy uses. So the first, one, okay. The quote, reduce speeding up, onboarding an issue. Well, also there is the environmental impact and reduced energy. Why am I suggesting this? Reduced energy. So like good for the environment. Okay, what's the two? What's the two? This is so bad, right? Challenges with DRenV on NixOS. DRenV was not working expected. Containing used Nix, I ran DRenV around, but still didn't reload the environment properly. Fixing DRenV integration, the issue was resolved by running source after ensuring the eval. Okay. This thing then. Challenges. That was 2. What's 3? Templates missing. Yeah, this was templates missing. Default template were not included. I had to manually download the K8s YAML template from the Lima GitHub repository. I still haven't found a way to run it. Yeah. It's like I would never write something like this to them, you know, but I find it interesting to just try stuff out like this. Just to contact them and just ask. It's interesting how they write back, what they write back. Because, where is it? So I'm still stuck at trying to run the template. The error I get is, what is the error I get? Yeah, also, this is not for Linux. Templates missing. Wait, there was a part also, a provision. Also, the command is for Mac. Yeah, also the command is for Mac. Also, the command. Is for Mac, and I changed it like this for Linux. This is so bad, right? I changed it for Linux. What did I do? Basically, I deleted the last line from it. So I'll just write this. I don't know, there's something interesting in write actually badly and just because before I would be like, I have to run the whole thing and write the mistakes and do the whole job and then send them what I found. But now it's like, I'll just do this. Okay, format this. Issues trying out Buildbarn on local system. L3 people, I've been reading through your blog post. Range some issues that I want to share. I'm not entirely sure if these are caused by my setup or the process, but you might know it's. I'll continue exploring. But this is what I observed environmental impact on shared caches. I appreciated this quote. Like to add this approach has a positive environmental impact by reducing energy usage. Well, that's nice, yeah. Challenges with the RenV or NixOS wasn't working expected. Templates missing. Lima bin, install Lima bin with shell.nix. Default templates like to proceed to manually download the K8s YAML template. For mass since however they are persist. Yeah. Hello, Twig team. However, they are persist. I'll try like that. Will this work? Oh, nice. Will it paste? No, it didn't. Oh, it didn't copy everything. It didn't. Interesting. Challenges with your NV. Oh yeah, it didn't actually. Why it didn't? Ah, look at this. Templates missing. Persistent error running. Yeah, what error I get? Following error, okay. Adapting the script. This looks horrible. Maybe Gmail is not really great for this stuff. GitHub. Gists. Let's try this actually. File name. this into a markup or like format it so that I can paste it as a GitHub gist. No. Yeah, this is not really doing. Okay, I'll just do create file name, walkthrough, Buildbarn, MD. Yeah, this is not. Twig email. Build email MD. build errors email MD. Okay. Preview. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Templates missing. Yeah, this thing, templates missing. It just takes so much time. Horrible, what happened now? Templates missing to proceed. Word wrap, no, wrap, soft wrap. Templates missing. Made all case file from the Lima GitHub repository. However, I still have errors in trying to run it. Persistent error when running the template. Yeah, adapting the script also the tutorial or the script so far is made for Mac, so I removed the last line from it. Since I'm on Linux, yeah. Since I'm on Linux. It seems like I'm gonna waste their time with this. I don't know. Twitch. Yeah, Apple Silicon. But it's, I don't know. I could use some help. I guess I'll say I could use some help. Maybe they'll write, back. Install drenv. Wait a second, where am I guess I could use some help. I'll try more to work on it. Preview. Create a secret gist. Create public gist. Well, yeah, it could be a public gist. Build errors email. Some errors I ran into when reading Okay. Create public. Public. Okay, this is my... How do I share it? Edit, download zip. Yeah, I guess then they can actually comment on this. Maybe, yeah. Embed this. I can embed this? Nice, can I embed it here? Hello. I made... Google. I made a public gist where I keep notes on it. Not sure if this will render it properly or not. Properly or not. Here's the link. Here's the link. Where's the link? Yeah. So, yeah, that's about it. Persistent errors. Issues trying out Buildbarn with mTLS. Issues trying out Buildbarn. Issues trying out Buildbarn with MTS. Reading the blog post. Hello Twig.io. Hello Twig team. Tweegers. Hello Tweegers. I've been reading. Nice to read your blog post. I'm happy. Nice. No, I've been reading to your... Yeah, I'll just be like this. All best and thanks for great content. That's it, yeah. Send. Go. Message sent. Horrible. No? Good? Who knows what will happen? I think it's okay to poke things like this. Maybe it's a good way to, you know, instead of writing a complete paper on this. Okay, I should stop now. This was actually pretty boring, I guess. How long? Hour and 53 minutes. Okay, I have to do some stuff. I have to clean up. I have to do some cleaning up. So this will be it. This was, maybe it will be very interesting next time, maybe because Twig will write back. The people in Twig will write back something. Maybe it will be an interesting continuation. Alrighty, really? Okay, fun stream. Well, really thank you for dropping by. Always nice to see you, and I wish you all best with the school stuff, you know. All right, bye. Have a great day, night, wherever you are.